Hello friends. All right, so good morning if you're seeing this video in the morning. Right now for me it is about 7:40 or 7:45 right now. This is like the third or fourth time I try to record this video. July 18th, okay, 2026. If you're following me on Instagram, you might have seen this that I did. Now I altered it since I posted an image. So I just wanted to try to show a little bit of how I did it and what it is. I don't have a lot of time to record. My daughter's still sleeping at the moment. She's usually up by 7, but she woke up at 5 this morning, so I've been up since 5. She's fine, she's fine. I'm not gonna get into that story, but anyway, she's sleeping right now. So she might get up at any moment. So let me try to explain this. So this first, I'm using this image from the digital kit Madame Vivian Rose, and it's one of the newest French digital kits from the Crafty Corner by Lisa. That's her Etsy shop. I'll leave the info for the kit below. So on the kit, she has like 2 of these images in 2 different tones, and then she has like 1 full page where you have 2 larger lady images. I don't have it in front of me right now. So when I first saw this, I don't normally craft with these kind of ladies, or even the children actually. So I wanted to challenge myself, but when I see images like this, it makes me think of, instead of putting it on a page like a pocket or anything, it makes me think of either a journal topper, like a journal topper, or a closure. Like a small one like this, I would use this as a closure, and that's exactly what I intended here. I plan on punching 2 holes here, and it will have like a ribbon to wrap around a journal. So I've shared progress, by the way, on this journal. This is just the cover. You guys already saw it. But let's say, I don't know if I'm going to include that with this one, but a closure would just be like where you wrap it around and then just tie it on that. So that's just an example. So what I did here, this is an altered postcard. So if you have postcards, vintage or not, that you don't like the front images, you can always alter them. And then if you have them blank in the back like these, you can leave them as journaling cards, or if they're written on like mine, then I would use them as like, like I said, the journal closures. I made a little tuck spot in the back using one of the digitals, the labels from the kit. And you see this is a French card that's written on the back, and I used some of Lisa's lace. So this is French lace. And then I just made a little tuck spot, and I put a little piece of embossed paper for now. You could put a tag, you could put like some vintage tickets, whatever you want, a photo. And this is washi tape from Anna. Okay, so I just layered on top of the postcard. I did the image. I laid the image, if you see, like it has like a little border around it, like a shabby border. I just used like a scrap piece of this like packaging paper, and it has like that mauve color, so it worked perfect. And I did some embossed paper here at the bottom, and some more of the small snips of the Crafty Corner Lisa's French lace. So this is also a great example of how to use small bits of lace. If you don't want to use too much of your lace, or if you just want to use little, or you have just like a pack of snips or scraps, whatever. So I used some here, some here. And then I just layered some embossed paper of mine. I put this book plate, and then this little book corner. And then I added to her hat here. I just used a small square of fabric, and how I do that is I end up gathering some sari trim, and then you just, I hand sew these particular, so you just gather it however you want. You stitch it. I use one of these millinery flowers. I had to cut that off because I came off of a strip. And then, you know, I did the little beaded sequin clusters, and the result is just really pretty. And I thought it looked great on her hat because I'm gonna show you now. I have this one kind of laid out a little bit. I was gonna try to show you a how-to. We'll see. So since she has already like these florals on her hat, I think it just looks super cute. So yeah, I was stitching this all on by hand at 6 in the morning. Okay, so the card that I'm gonna alter for this one is this card. It's not ugly, but I like the back. This is from Belgium. You can see here it's from Belgium, and it looks like it's from 1937. So I have a piece exactly, this is all I have left of this piece of lace, so that's gonna go back here. I'm gonna make another pocket. Only, I think I hear my daughter. Yep. All right, guys, sorry about that. So it is now 9 o'clock, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assemble this for you so you can see what I did. So I had pre-prepped all of the items here. So like I said, it's an altered postcard. I went ahead and I glued that lace to the back, so now it's a tuck spot. I also had glued down this image to that paper, the scrap packaging paper that I mentioned. So what I first do, you take whatever layers of, I like to do this slanted, so whichever layers of lace, you're altering it, you're doing however you want to lay out. I'm using Fabri-Tac. That is literally the best glue, in my opinion, for these type of crafts. Okay, so I'm not too worried if it smears out the back. So then I go in and I just trim the excess. You could totally stitch this down, but because I'm using the Fabri-Tac, it's gonna be just fine. I might just add a little teensy bit more. Okay, how did I have this now? I think I had this. These are, like I said, I mentioned before, these are pieces from the Crafty Corner Lisa. I'm gonna leave, like I said, her link below. These particular lace, I'm not sure if she has these exact same ones available in her shop, but she has, I'm so sorry if I'm shaking. I'm trying to hurry here. She has kits, like slow stitching kits, where you get the French fabric. I think she also has non-French and just vintage. So she has a little bit of everything, where you get the lace, and so this is what I have so far. You get lace, you get fabric, and this is a coffee dyed grungy piece. Now here, before I glue this down, I leave a little bit peeking off the sides because then I kind of fold that in. I'm gonna take a ruler and just trim off a little bit of it. Okay. And then I'm just gonna play with it and see. Wow, I should have put that a little bit more slanted. Okay, it's fine. I don't want to cover too much of that lace because it's so pretty. So that you play with it and see where you might want it. So I see how here I have this a little bit more slanted, but it's fine like that. I do like this like coffee splashing. I didn't dye this one. This came with something I ordered years ago, and she has this awesome way of coffee dyeing. It's amazing, and it usually smells so amazing. Okay, so I kind of like the splashes showing because it's a little bit more grungy. So yeah, I'm gonna put some more glue here. Doesn't matter how perfect it is or not. I think I had it like that, right? And then this will be here. Yep. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. And then I'm not even looking at the camera, guys, so I am sorry if this is not perfectly in frame. I'm trying to hurry. My husband took off this week. He has some things to take care of, so I'm trying not to take up too much of his time right now. I have him watching my daughter our daughter, name her my daughter, hear me? Downstairs while I record this really quick. And then we might just go out later as a family. We usually take her out when he's off or working from home, so we'll take her to like the children's museum, things like that. But he has a few errands that he has to do today, so. All right, so this is what I have so far. Okay. And here I had added, so right here on the corner, this is what I have left of this pink lace. It's also from Lisa's shop. So I'm going to take just a small piece. When it comes to French lace, I use it sparingly, okay? So I'm going to add that right here at that corner. And I'm telling you, it's like the smallest bit of detail goes a long way. Really, it does. With Fabri-Tac, you want to use either a paintbrush or your finger. I wouldn't recommend your finger really, but I just tend to do that a lot. It's a bad habit. So yeah, you want to smudge it a little bit because then it'll just ooze out. Okay, and I had this book plate like right here. And then I have a bunch of these little brads, these tiny brads. I keep them in this little jelly jar. Tim Holtz has them, but they also have different colors on Amazon. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pokey tool. These book plates I also got off of Amazon. They come in a little box like this, and I got this years ago, so I can't even tell you. I used to use these all the time on my tags, and then I stopped. Probably because I had misplaced it for some time, but yeah, you want to make holes. You want to be really careful not to prick your finger. Okay. And then just like that, it makes it easier to go in with your brad. And I'm okay with it showing through the little pocket there. You can always put the brads on and then put the lace. Oh wow, I have two different colors and sizes there, I think. So let's go in for a darker one. That's the only thing with these little guys. Is that one the same color? I'm not sure. I think this one is. Kind of hard to tell sometimes. That one perhaps? I think so, but that's the longer one. That one. That's what happens when you're in a rush. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I have, it's not the right color. You see, I'm colorblind this morning. We'll get it. We will get it. This one. But I think those darker ones are the longer ones. Let me see. Yeah, I used the longer ones. That's what happened. Okay, I'm just gonna roll with it. That one fell. Okay, that's perfect. All right. What I'll do here for this one, I'll hide this one, okay? Slightly. But I think it goes with the vintage look, so it doesn't really, like I said, that doesn't really bother me. Okay, so we have that so far. And then, you know, here I use a snippet. Now with all this rushing around, I did misplace that one. I know it's in this pile of stuff, so we're gonna go with this one. I think I've showed this on my Instagram, but this is the most unique trim here. It has like sequins. It has like 3 different layers. It's I think this is an antique one, and it is French. I just don't remember what shop I got it from. So anyway, I just put that here on the side just to add a little bit more detail. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that here. Just a little bit. And lay it down. Wait. Make sure that I have the right side. Sorry if I'm even breathing heavy. Oh goodness. I might have to do some like fray check on that at some point, but we're gonna roll with what we got right now. Okay. And of course the little hat portion. So that's how the little cluster looks. Isn't that cute? And that's all of my messy stitching on the back. I don't remember if I had it like this. So with the cluster, I just kind of place it where it looks best. I might do it. Maybe like that. It's gonna look nice either way. So here, I just want to put a big glob of Fabri-Tac, and Fabri-Tac is perfect for stuff like this, paper to fabric or paper to paper. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, and then the last thing that I did for these little book corners, oh wow, you know that I had glued this all the way down. Okay, so for this one, I forgot to say that I left this as a pocket, so I had to make a mini tag. So I had only glued down these portions. So this one's gonna be, it's not gonna have a pocket because I forgot, but they're 2 different ones, right? So for that book plate, did you guys see where I put that? It's right there in front of my nose. I'm using my glossy accents. This is like the best thing for these type of things. Now I can't find my E6000. I only put a line along the edges. That seems to do the job. And then around here, because it sticks out a little bit more, like that teardrop, I put it around there. And once again, these book corners, I also got a pack of these from Amazon. So if you, and I'm not an affiliate there, by the way. It's just that I did purchase these again a couple years ago. And I bought a pack that has the different tones of metal. So it's like silver, this antique one, as well as a pink gold. And it has this kind plus the regular book corners that you put on the page. Okay. All right, so that's how I did it. And then if you, like I said, if you punch the holes here you can wrap it around and make it a what did I call it? A closure. The only thing, I didn't put this label here on this one because I don't want to cover up that stamp, and I like the writing here throughout. So those things are optional. I'm going to stick in another one of these embossed rose papers there. And with this one, once I back the label, that's one of the labels that I used, that can always get tucked back there as well. Okay, so those are just it's an idea of how you can use these digitals. So that's Madame Vivian Rose, The Crafty Corner by Lisa. Okay, let me know if you guys like that and if you're gonna try it. All right, take care. Bye.